Welcome to ARDEX Answers podcast, where you'll find the latest and greatest on flooring, tiling and waterproofing, as well as general construction for the Australian building industry.
Welcome back to ARDEX Answers. My name is Adam McGlone and I'm here with John Werlemann from our Technical Services Department. And today we're discussing installing levelling compounds in extreme conditions. John, during application and curing, what effect can extreme temperatures have on levelling compounds?
Well, Adam, it's basically a chemical reaction. All chemical reactions are driven by temperature. So you've got extremes like high temperatures. That means everything is going to speed up, like molecules are racing around and meeting each other and causing their thing to happen. It all happens fast. But of course, when the temperature is extremely cold, like things aren't moving around at anywhere near the speed, and it slows everything down. When you look at curing of our products, particularly the levelling compounds, below 5 degrees, the levelling, or rather the chemical reaction that cures the product basically stops. So as you get closer to zero, you can forget about levelling in those conditions.
In extreme conditions, how can installers stay in control?
Well, it's all about assessing the conditions and understanding what it is that they're dealing with. Obviously, if it's extremely hot, they have to look at trying to install the product at times of the day when it isn't so hot. For example, that's always going to be, the morning's always the best time. Next second best probably would be late in the afternoon. Another option for levelling installers is to cool the water, because the water still is like a fairly large part of the process. That's what's causing the hydration of the cement. If they can get the water down to, say, for example, like a bit above fridge temperature, that'll make it a lot more workable, and they'll be able to have that extra time that they need to get the job right.
All right, so what about on the flip side of that? So in cold conditions, what effect can that have on performance, mixing, drying, etc.?
Similar types of things, Adam, but the reverse, like what actually happens, obviously everything's slowed down. And the thing with the cold conditions is it just takes forever for the product to cure. And you can do things with an internal reaction. For example, like you can use air conditioners, you can use heaters, you can do things like that to try and control the conditions. Obviously, externally, you've got a problem. You can't control the weather. So the only thing you can possibly do is look at installing in the middle of the day, the time when the conditions are most favourable. But you cannot install at temperatures below 5 degrees.
Very nice. One last thing. Mm-hmm. To ensure success all year round for the installers, what are some top tips you could give?
The main thing is to assess the conditions you are installing in, to understand what options you have to get the best result. And the other thing is to understand too that you've got help, like you've got all sorts of resources. For example, certainly from ARDEX, you've got a technical service hotline, you've got a lot of documents, technical bulletins, technical data sheets that all provide helpful information. So you just have to look for the help and you'll find it. Perfect.
Well, that's it for today. Thanks, John.
Not a problem, Adam. Thanks.
All resources can be found in the link below. And just want to say thanks again. Bye for now.